What's up guys, it's a Cheapster here, and if you don't know, right now I am doing a 5-day challenge to see if I could live on just the Dollar Tree for 5 days straight. So I'm in a room where I have nothing but things from the Dollar Tree. I can't use or touch anything. I can't go anywhere unless it's the Dollar Tree or things from the Dollar Tree. That's all I can do. So one of the things I'm working on right now is I need to find a way that I can heat up my food better, and I'm trying to make some type of oven, but I can only use things from the Dollar Tree to make it, so it's a little bit of a challenge to try to figure out how I can make an oven from the Dollar Tree. And I think I have a pretty good idea for how I'm going to do it. Alright, so first off, it's a little bit hard to even show this because I don't have a table or anything, because they don't sell tables at the Dollar Tree, unfortunately. But here's the things that I got. I was able to find these type of pans that I figured could really help make some type of oven. So what my idea is to kind of use this kind of stuff. They do have steel pans and things, and they had this rack, which is super helpful because it actually fits perfectly right there. So it kind of makes like a little oven thing, so I could slide it right in and have it sit there. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this pan right here, and I'm gonna put the fuel there. So this is just a fuel canister that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. Again, all this stuff is just stuff from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to have that sitting there. And then I think what I'm going to end up doing is have one of these trays sitting on top of tin cans. So I need to get 4 tin cans because I wasn't able to buy those yet. I didn't realize that I would need them. But yeah, I think I'm going to have it sitting like this so it's a little elevated. And you can see that the fuel would have some space above the pan so that it's not completely touching the pan, but it will heat it up. And then after that's sitting there on top of the cans, I think what I'm going to do is put this tray in there, so that will be on top of it. And then this top cover, I'm going to attach it to the side here, and then cut this front side out so there's kind of a flap that you can raise and close, and then you'll be able to take the pan and slide it into the flap so that it goes into the oven and sits on that tray. And I've got a oven mitt and a pot holder that will help with that. And I did buy this floral wire, which I thought I could help me a little bit kind of mold some things. I may use it, but I noticed once I bought it, it is pretty flimsy. It's not as strong as I thought it was. I thought it was going to be decently strong wire, and it just really isn't. So I may not use it very much. In the system that I kind of came up with, I was planning before to kind of make this a stand. So you know how you have these things sitting up on something with the metal wire racks. Well, they didn't have those at the Dollar Tree, so I thought this stuff would work to just put under it to make a wire rack. I probably could do that, but I would end up using almost all of this, I think, because it's so flimsy and it just wouldn't be that great. So I may look for a different way to do that, or just use the cans. If the cans don't work, then I'll come up with a different way to kind of prop this up above that flame so that's not right on the flame. But I think it should work pretty well. I think it should heat up well. I'm not sure what the temperature is. I looked for a thermometer at the Dollar Tree, and they didn't have a thermometer, so I'm going to try to find one that will show me what the temperature is getting in there. But regardless, if it sets up, it should get warm in there, and it should be able to heat something up so that we should be able to put something in the oven and use some of the foods that they have that are frozen or refrigerated that need to be heated up or whatever it is. Guys, I also want to make sure I point out that if you ever do anything like this, make sure you always get a can that says for indoor use only. Never get a can that's just for outdoor use, because it could produce carbon monoxide and make you sick. Also, make sure that you always have a carbon monoxide detector around. We have one here while we're doing this. You also always want to make sure you have proper ventilation, so try to have windows open, and especially have a door open. Never be in a room that's closed off if you're going to be using this. Alright, so I feel like it actually is working out decently well. I actually put some of the wiring around. I poked a little hole in the sides of the pans, so it kind of makes like a little bit of a attachment so it just doesn't fall off and stuff. So that makes it a lot more sturdy. So, I mean, I can shake that and not have to worry about that falling off. So then what I also did was, that's going to be the bottom pan. I took the top one here and I just kind of unrolled these sides because they're just kind of like rolled up on the sides. And what I'm planning on doing is then putting that down onto the other one and then rolling the sides down to make a seal. And then I'll just cut one side of this pan open so that can be a flap that will open up so that you can put it down, but it will be sealed as one piece other than this flap here. Alright, well I was able to get it to kind of go on, and it looks pretty good. I did have to be really careful because when I was pulling on the sides, I mean this is metal, it's pretty sharp, so I did have to be careful that I didn't cut myself. But you can see it looks pretty good, and this is just kind of a flap here that can go down. So I probably need like a kind of a clip that can clip onto that. But yeah, you can just slide the pan in. It's a little tight, but yeah, slides right in, and then I would just close this down. And then yeah, I think that's pretty much a Dollar Tree oven. I just have to get something to sit underneath it to hold it up so that the flame can be a little bit elevated while this part heats. And I do think that these things can burn after a while. I don't think that they're like completely fireproof. So I'm hoping that they're decently fireproof. I know it's pretty much just like stronger aluminum foil, and aluminum foil does last for a decent amount of time when it's exposed to flame. So I'm hoping it'll at least last enough time. If I have to keep buying a new one every time I have to cook something, it is going to be a little annoying, but I could do it. It didn't take me too long to make it. So I'm just glad that it was able to work and that we pretty much have an oven kind of thing so I can heat some food. Alright guys, well what I ended up doing for the oven here is I went out and I got some of these glass vases. I actually got 4 of them. So I've got them holding up the container, which works pretty well. I was trying to find something that would hold it well. And then I've got the can underneath it, and I got a little pan thing there to kind of keep it off the ground. I don't think the canister really gets that hot, so I don't think it should be a concern. But just if it's on for a while, I wanted to make sure it's off the ground. And I'll feel that pan just to make sure it's not getting hot. Don't like that it's on the carpet, but I'm doing this 5-day challenge and I don't really have anything to do or any other place to put it. So I'm pretty happy with it though. I think it's going to work. It's got the tray in there, so yeah, I think it should work pretty well. I'm not sure how long I'll need to leave it on, but I think it will heat up. So I'll go ahead and throw in a clip of myself using this tomorrow, right here.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot!
Just kidding.
Alright, so you can see I've got the flame down there. But yeah, it just kind of goes up to here and warms this up. And then we've got the flap here that you can open and then stick the tray down in there. It's got a little thing, and it's been on for a little bit, and that is hot in there. So I think the oven is definitely going to work pretty well. Just stick that tray in there, and I think we made an oven from the Dollar Tree. Oh, I really hope that worked out well. I hope that didn't turn into a disaster. Hopefully the clip I showed you wasn't my apartment burning down, and hopefully it worked out pretty well. And yeah, hopefully this is a cheap tip. Maybe you could use it if you're camping or something, or in a pinch. Otherwise, it's just kind of a fun thing to do to kind of make an oven out of things that are just at the Dollar Tree. So this is actually another thing I made because I wanted the oven, but I also wanted to just make like a stovetop kind of thing, like a cooktop. And this works pretty well. It's just 2 pans. Again, I've just got this thing on the ground below it just to keep it off the ground. I don't think it's super necessary. I'm just trying to be more safe with it. And then I got this nice thing that I also have in the oven that keeps it over, and this is actually like a drying rack that they had, but it's metal, so it makes it kind of like a grill grate, so it's nice to have that. So I can just put something on top here, a bowl or a can. It's nice that I can just put like a can of beans or something on there that'll cook just right over it. So it's just kind of like a cooktop now. So that is working pretty well. I think this should be able to heat up water, so this should be able to give me things that are warm, so I can make coffee and I can make things that need water like pasta and other things like that. So I'm pretty happy. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, tap the like button. It's the cheapest thing you can do today. And subscribe to the channel. I've got lots of videos coming out, including my 5-day challenge. You can go back and watch that. Watch all the days that I went through. I know I'm on day 1 right now, and it's already a struggle, so I'm sure it's going to be an interesting time. So go back and check out all that. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and remember, stay cheap.
That's cheap. You still haven't subscribed? Oh my god, come on. What are you waiting for?